friends, Coach Bob with you today, and today we are finishing up Deland SPYDER Rally, and it was quite the event, man. It's just been absolutely wonderful. So without further ado, let's jump back in. All right, so no event would be complete if we didn't go walk around the vendors. So let's check the vendors out. You look great on it, though.
Thank you.
Heck yeah. So how tall are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm about 5'5".
5'5", okay.
Yeah.
That way I can tell people this is what a 5'5" person looks like on this motorcycle.
Right, absolutely.
Want this? Dance first. Here we go. That was very nice. My name's Coach Bob. You probably know him already.
My name's Eddie Martin.
All right, Eddie. So he came in from Tampa to hang out.
Yeah, I watch Coach Bob on his YouTube shows, and I've learned a lot from him.
Well, thank you, man. So what Spider do you ride?
The RT Limited, See the Sky.
Nice. What year?
22.
22.
22.
I guarantee he's looking better on his than I'm looking on mine. That's for sure.
Bob, you probably you ride more than I ride, so you're much better than I am. But man, I love your show.
Well, thank you for coming out and hanging out with us. Now, you probably seen this guy on my channel. That guy right there.
Yeah, I've seen.
That's Tommy. He's like Mr. Muscle Man. He's a cool surfer dude.
Right.
So this is Sheila right here, and Coach Vic is here, and we are just hanging out in Obie's, and Sheila recognized us and was kind enough to stop by and say hi.
Are you? I can't see me. Can y'all see you in that?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't see you. Oh, boy. There you go. Sheila on you too.
Sheila rides an F3.
Yep.
What year is it?
2019.
2019.
I've had about a year and a half.
Very
nice.
good. So, did you have a big ride in here? Was it very
Yeah,
fun?
we went to the Heroes Ride from J&P Cycles.
Okay, very nice.
Robbinsville, North Carolina before the hurricane.
Okay.
And we were there and someone set the tail of dragon on fire.
Oh, no.
Oh, wow.
But I was hoping to see you because I saw your posting for Bike Week.
This is the coolest thing ever. Phantom LEDs is the company, and this is the most beautiful looking setup I've ever seen. The brightness of the LEDs, it's really hard to describe, but it looks, as opposed to being a lot of little lights, it looks like one solid light. It's insane. They're beautiful. Everything on this thing lights up. It's crazy. Tell people your name, though. I want them to make sure that your company gets recognized.
So my name is Lex with Phantom LEDs, and we make customized animated stickers for the Spyders and the Rykers, and also I also make the fully customizable LEDs. You know how they have the pre-made kits for you?
Right.
My kits, you pretty much customize it yourself. You don't want this, if you don't want this, if you don't want that, you can leave it out, and you just pick whatever you want so it's up to you how much you pay.
Okay.
You know, and the controllers are fully customizable. You can, you know, you can even do a peach color if you want to.
Nice.
And you can make your own patterns. So the only problem you have is sitting there 20 minutes during your ride, well, before your ride,
Right.
to see exactly what you want.
What you want to do?
You know, so yeah, and I make all kind of lights. Like as you can see here, you don't see any wires going forth. You know, just clean
Right.
install. And same with these also.
Now, where are you based out of?
Winter Park, right near Orlando.
Okay. So if you take a Spyder to you, will you do the work and all that?
Yeah, I'll
Or
do the work. I'm the manufacturer, but a lot of people like to let them, you know, the person who made the product
Right.
do the install.
Well, you know, folks get nervous, right? They buy an expensive machine. It's like, I'm going to have to drill a hole to run a wire.
Right,
You
right.
know, and they're like, man, I'm afraid to do that, you know?
Yeah.
All right, so Deland SPYDER Rally is done. I am on the way home. It's been a wonderful trip. Coach Vic came over. She drove the van. She's right behind me. She'll be getting on the interstate here in about 40 minutes or so. And I'll be taking back roads home and just enjoying the ride. A little peace and beauty. I love it. But I want to say thank you to all of the people that were at the Deland SPYDER Rally. You know, it's always nice to see new faces and to see old faces and hang out with people, just have conversation about nothing in particular, just whatever floats our boat, whether it's motorcycles or life or children or inspiration. And it's wonderful. I met so many people on this trip and got to spend a little more time. It was so great to meet people. You've met them through the videos and have seen them, a lot of them. And I just want you to know what that means to me. When you come up to me and say thank you, or you just recognize me and say, hey, it's great to meet you, or shake my hand and say, it's great to put an actual person with what I've known, it means the world to me. You really do matter. So I cannot thank you enough when you do that. It just makes me happy. Well, the icing on the cake is the beautiful ride home. You know, I've had such a good time. We had a little bit of rain each day while we were here, and I thought I was going to get wet this morning, but it's turned out to be quite beautiful. The temperature is reasonable at 85 degrees. Super nice. The landscape around here, if you like the woods, and y'all know me, I love the green. You know, people are like, oh, you know, that's kind of flat and boring, coach. But to me, it's not boring at all. Man, to look at palmettos and pine trees and that sort of stuff, it just makes me feel young is what it does for me. I remember walking around the woods as a kid, barefooted out there and all that mess, picking briars out of my feet. Let's bring this on down. But yeah, it was a crazy time as a kid growing up. You know, the world was a different place then. You know, by the time this video is released, all of the election stuff will be over, and whatever happens, que sera, sera with me. I mean, I've cast my vote, I've done my thing. But you know, I don't talk about politics on this channel, and there's a reason for that. In our country, we've gotten to this point where if you disagree with me, you can't like me. And if I disagree with you, then I'm not supposed to like you. I think that's a bunch of garbage, personally. I think that the world tries to tell us that if we disagree on things, that we can't agree with the fact that we're human beings and that we matter. So if you've lost hope, if you've lost faith from either side of the fence, I want you to know there is hope today, and that it is a beautiful day. Turn off the television, of course, after this video, of course, right? Turn off the television and take a step outside, breathe the fresh air, drink a cup of coffee, And thank God that you are alive and that you live in such a wonderful, wonderful country. You know, I love America. I've crossed this beautiful country, east to west and north to south, and ridden thousands and thousands of miles in varying types of states and terrain and weather and all of that. The people across this great nation are kind and gentle and beautiful people. It didn't matter what color they were. It didn't matter what, you know, financial demographic they came from. They were all kind and beautiful. They treated us, Vic and me, with such a level of respect and love. It just made me love this country even more. You know, I hope that you're inspired today by seeing the beautiful faces at a CanAm Spider rally. You know, it's not just a group of angry people sitting around griping about life. It's not that at all. It's positive people from all walks of life. It's just absolutely beautiful, and I love it. You know, if I sound a little hoarse this morning, I've been talking rock solid for 2.5 days, and it's been wonderful. I want to thank Tommy and Mike at the CanAm booth. They were very, very nice to me. They're always nice to me, but I don't expect it. I just appreciate the heck out of it. You know, whatever you need, you know, we'll work around whatever you need, and they've just treated me so well. To Beth from Ryker Rides, Beth is just amazing, just a wonderful person. She's so fun to be around. She's got this dynamic personality that everybody loves her. Everybody loves her. She's just magnetic. And if you're not a subscriber of Ryker Rides channel, you know, she's riding a Spider now as well. So be sure and give Beth's channel a big look-see and give it a thumbs up. Tell them Coach Bob sent you, and go check her out because she's awesome. What a great, great spirit she has. And she works, I'll drop the name of the company. I believe she's selling those motion sensor brake lights for the back of your helmet. And you know, I can't think of the name of it. I'm sorry about that. You know, my old brain does that. I'll leave a link down below, and I'll leave a link to her channel down below. I want to thank everyone, and I want you guys, I'm going to be doing a video soon on Road Warrior Foundation to explain a lot about that and what they're actually doing. They're giving away a Sea to Sky edition very soon, which is really cool. That's something that's a pretty big deal. BRP's donated it. Thank you, BRP, for looking out for our wounded warriors in this fantastic nation we live in. You know, so many times we neglect those who deserve the most, and we need to love these guys. We need to love them. We need to hug on them. We need to buy their meal when they're out and about, you know, and you see somebody and you know they've served, and you go ahead and pick up their tab. It's okay. Just go ahead and pay for it. You know, yesterday it was funny. I was trying to pay for Coach Vic's meal and mine. Somebody, one of you, paid for our meal. I don't know who did it. They didn't stick around. They didn't take credit for it. They just paid for it in a way to say thank you. You know, I was flabbergasted. I was floored. And all I could do was think about how undeserving I am for such generosity. And to see these men and women who have fought for this country to get injured or to serve without injury, you know, it's nice for us to love them just a little bit. And picking up a meal is a pretty small price to pay. All right, well, I'm going to put in some miles and just enjoy the beautiful scenery and the lovely climate. And I will talk to you guys in a few minutes. It's just a beautiful day. All right, well, you know, it's I'm on the other side of the interstate. That would be the west side of I-75. Head northwest to Tallytown. Here in about 7.5 miles, I'll be getting on to US 27. That's the road that runs me all the way back up into Tallahassee. Turn my music down. But it has been a beautiful ride. You can see this is what you're looking at. You know, Coach Vic was talking about how nice Ocala area was, and she didn't even get to see this part. It is so beautiful over here. It's so beautiful. But before we talk about the last few things we're going to chat about, and before we check out, if you would give the video a big old fat thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, all that jazz, you know I would greatly appreciate it. But I was going to talk about fuel economy before we go. So the fuel economy right now, I'm looking at 34.7 miles to the gallon. Now I'm riding basically exactly the same speeds and as aggressively as I was on the way over. So the question is, why am I getting 5 miles to the gallon more? Well, I have a theory on that. Come on there, little Honda car. It's a four-way stop. But the reality is on the way over, I had a 10 knot headwind. And on the way back, I've got a 10 knot tailwind. So the prevailing winds, just like it will affect the ground speed of an aircraft, will affect the gas mileage of the Spyder. You know, the Spyder has a very large profile from the front. So if you're getting a real heavy wind off the nose, it's going to negatively impact your fuel mileage. So take that into consideration if you're into that kind of stuff. I am. I like to check the weather, and I can determine pretty much after I ride a machine for about a year exactly how many miles I'll get to go with that wind. It's just a little game I play. But I'm going to be able to easily do a couple of 100 miles with the wind at my back. No problem. I would have really struggled doing that on the way over. All right, so there's a little food for thought when it comes to fuel economy and planning for your trips. You know, I was asked also recently, you know, Coach, how do you plan for your trips like this? You know, what do you think about when you're looking at the weather? Honestly, most of the time when I'm looking at weather, I'm just simply looking what to pack. Unless there's a hurricane coming or tornadoes that are going to kill me, I'll ride in the rain, I'll ride in the cold, I'll ride in the heat. So for my planning as far as weather is concerned, you know, that's how I do it. I just look at it and I plan accordingly. All right, we're going to be talking about here in a future video about how I plan for trips, breaking down the mileage, looking at the distance between stops and all that jazz, how to do an easy 400 mile day, which is super easy. And I think things start getting a little more challenging when you get north of 500 miles. We'll talk about all that at a different time. So we're going to roll on and get on out of here, but I want you to do me a favor until next time. Yes you, go out by the motorcycle of your dreams. Eat right. Take care of yourself. And remember, if you're not having fun, you are most definitely doing it wrong. Now you go seize the day, and I'll see you on the road real soon.